everybody. Hope you're doing good. So, we see already that the chat on the right side. Hello, Jikuvo. Get worked. Bonjour, Jenny. Yeah, smash those likes. MRH25. Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about Bitcoin. There is interesting price action to say the least. And yeah, as I always forget during the stream, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to not miss any video of live stream. Sometimes I forget to share it in the Discord or the Twitter. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my Twitter, because even if I forget to post a link to the YouTube video, sometime I post well, interesting things. I try to not cheat post. And yeah, sometimes there is a nice warning to have. So, to start the stream, I'm gonna start from last week live stream. I want to emphasize the importance of making a plan and sticking to it, right? Last week, what was the plan? Was mostly bearish there at the top, and was looking for potentially a lower low, but looking for long on the POC golden pocket, and was looking to average it down. So that was the plan, which I shamefully didn't follow. If you watch Tuesday video, I pulled my bids a bit lower because I felt that we didn't have the low yet, and yeah, that was a mistake. So I hope nobody just missed a position or missed a position just because of my opinion. It's also a reminder that you should always have your own plan, and even if I'm trying to be as transparent as possible and help people making any trading decision, I can be wrong sometimes. So yeah, I was wrong on that low. Well, I was right last week, but I was wrong when the low came. But that's it. We have to continue. Just continue on. We have other opportunities that come in. In fact, I think Tuesday I talked about it. So if we start to what was the plan Tuesday? I deleted the account because they are invalid now, but I said, well, this high is very important, this one as well, was bearish scenario, but if we start to get acceptance back above the POC, that might be a signal of strength. And so I might get back in a long aggressively. I didn't really hear. When did I grab a long? Well, on that move, because when we had this, I say, I can do nothing about it right now. I don't jump into a position when we're already moving in too far away from any invalidation. So I let it run and wait for the consolidation. and that was yesterday morning, right? I say, yeah, potentially I will grab along on a retrace and yeah, swing for a pattern of that low. Depending, I had still all the plans suggesting it was possible to go more down, but I say, yeah, I'm not on a long, so I'm probably going to grab one here. So I grabbed a long here. Well, not at the low because it was really quick. I averaged it here. I had good invitation, and yeah, I had a nice count suggesting we had a wave 3 and nice retrace for a wave 4, 382 retrace, sweep of liquidity of the stops, the stop loss. Took significant profit on this rise here, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, this morning had an update as well because we had then pretty clear 5 waves up. So on this morning update for the crew, yeah, I suggested to take a short here. I think I made it on the wrong chart, but it should be still here. Yeah. And oops, here we go. So the idea was, yeah, okay. Where is the box? Here's the box. Come on. So yeah, we are done here. Say, okay, we have 5 waves, so good short on a retrace, hit, take profit 1. That was inside a good long, but I was not really... I was busy, not on the computer here to grab it, because we had pretty nice ABC, trap short at the low. But yeah, grabbed a short here. Take profit 1. And now we'll see what follow, because this move has been slightly surprising. I say slightly because nothing is really surprising anymore. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to follow on this low time frame right now, and then I zoom back and I will get back on the higher time frame high D set we have right now. So this got invalidated here. What do we have? Well, the thing is we have pretty clean ABC, targeting the 1-1 extension. We have our minimum retrace, which is 236 of the whole move up. And so you see that I made an alternative count here in orange, because for me, I said when we have these 5 waves, now we're looking for a retrace and most likely to buy the retrace. A retrace to the 236 would be very bullish, and a retrace to the 06 to the golden pocket or a bit lower could give us room for an alternative, more, I would say, ranging, still trappy kind of price action. The thing is that if we did retrace kind of enough for this to be like a 1-2 in terms of depth. In terms of time, this retrace is really quick compared to the time of this, so it doesn't feel really right as a 1-2. So that's why I'm kind of considering, yeah, an extension of that move. This potentially just being still wave 3 instead of the green count, orange one, and maybe still a 5th to come. That will be confirmed only if we take the high, right? Right now we did have a significant retrace again. Because again, the thing is, we have clean ABC and we have a move that seems impulsive with pretty growing volume. At the same time, a lot of the volume is at the top. So yeah, I'm trying to not overtrade this. And as you see, there is a red can't say, okay, maybe we can fit 5 waves down impulsive, suggesting that there is continuation. I cannot really fit a nice 3 wave in this, but that's how it is. We are a bit trapped in terms of Elliott Wave count. And we have a range, so change of market structure. We are at the golden pocket more or less, and 1-1 extension. I guess a long here is not stupid, but yeah, this could really continue down. Let me check quickly here. Short at the top to profit. Short at the top, there is not much trap short. Where is FTX? Yeah, it's unclear to me. So I would rather let it settle before grabbing a new long. For now, I still have some from down here with a stop at break even. Profit have been taken. And yeah, the best long is way more down. I think I have it still somewhere in here. Oh, I don't. Wrong position here. The high D being that. Of course, I would like to be able to read a nice correction, but I have another box for that. Yeah, we need to retrace into golden pocket 886. I have a strong invalidation below that low. Now I'm seeing impulsiveness. I don't really have an alternative bearish count for now. So any retrace down here, I'm willing to take the risk and yeah, go in a long position. But I would like it to go more down because yeah, that's what it is. I mean, there's possibility at the POC 50%. I will reassess if as we come back down or finished any move. For now, I need a bit more data for clarification. Again, yeah, high significant, low significant. If this low get taken, this is not impulsive. If this high get taken, well, the fifth was probably not in, and then I will look at the top potentially in this area target for the fifth here. I believe overall we have more consolidation to come. So that was a quick, or not so quick, recap of the week and current low time frame. Have you taken the short? I took the short this morning, right? Take profit 1 has been hit. As we are in a quite bullish trend right now, I took significant profit on my take profit 1, right? Like 50%. I always kept the stop above here, so now it is not stopped. I will, yeah, gladly move the stop here above that high. Now, but yeah, why didn't I move the stop above that swing high? Well, just because of what happened here. There is often this on good short position. You got your shorts at run, change the market structure, potentially hit your take profit if you take profit wisely, and then run the stop of the previous intermediate swing high. That happen all the time, and really, yeah, that feel kind of trappy. That's why also I'm trying to not overtrade this. There was a short to be taken after that high that took the previous high, right? Invalidation remain above this for the count. This could have been a long. right here I didn't take anything. I mean, this could be a long again. But yeah, it could. But the thing is, selling volume is coming more from up here, so it's not looking great. Compared to here, you see we have selling volume coming at the low, getting absorbed compared to this. So you know there's positions that are closing here. You can see that this is more or less the same volume than this if you add two of them. And if you look such a chart, yeah, you will see a lot of short closing. Not so much. Here you see short at the low, so that's a good sign as well. I see, at least you see open interest closing. So there is rect long and short closing into this long stops or liquidation. Hi French, do you watch Boys? That's yes, I watch Boys. Talking about Amazon TV show, not TV show, but streaming show, I suppose. That's a bit off topic, but yes, I watch it, I like it. So, I guess let's talk about higher time frame now, right? Higher time frame. What do we have? Well, with the move we had here, for me, it invalidates the bearish scenario I'm able to see right now. Again, I could be wrong. Don't follow me blindly, but yeah, for me, this is really a strong, it is a sign of strength, a strong sign of strength. And we know we have two potential completed count here. That says this could be the low, right? For the past few weeks, for a month, I've been saying the same thing. I think, yeah, we have a potentially, this low could be the low. We could still have another low. And yeah, when we were here, I had bearish sentiment, and I was kind of looking for more downside target. But this has always potentially been the low of this whole correction. We have the WXY here with a nice ABC. WXY that targets the 161.8, so a nice level on log, right? I have to use log here. I mean, if we use linear, we have the probably the 1414, yeah, even more precise. But whatever. So WXY, that's one scenario. The other one is an ABC. Not especially a fan of this because we have little wave 3, big 5, but that works. And overall, well, if we take the WXY suggestion here, you see the Y is subdivided as an ABC, so we could also just make this an ABC and set the higher time frame count is finished here instead of here. I've been seeing this as a flat for quite a while now. I've been extending in time, so yeah, this could be valid as just a correction of itself at those enchantments. At the end of the day, I'm still seeing this as a potential wave 4, macro wave 4 of the higher degree macro wave 5. I should have started with that, by the way. But if you follow me, you probably already know my my account. We have the log grass curve still here, yeah. And where is the sub count here? Yeah, that's the one. Okay, sweetie, we have our target now. Yes, the idea is to have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5th here. A 5th that is fluttering a bit, so I wouldn't say it's really getting less volatile because yeah, it is still very volatile, right? We still are 70% down, and on wave 4 this is quite heavy. Invalidation being the top of wave 1 here. So we really we have been at the edge of this count being invalidated. We still have an alternative. Still have. This could be a sub wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still to finish this bigger 5. Whatever. I'm a bull. And I'm looking at that count, and I'm looking at this being a wave 4. Now, as I said, this could be the top of wave 3. The sub count here for this wave 3 can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Both work. That's why we can have like some kind of very deep, uncommon, extended flat here, or just a simple APC move. Overall, if you look at this correction compared to this one, we are still something comparable, you know. Anyway, so I'm starting with this. I don't really have new target here for the wave 5, but yeah, wave confluence. Well, I will work on this. Will work on the target for the 5th of the 5th if when this get a bit more confirmation, right? Because right now I'm seeing this as pretty bullish. It invalidates several of my, or most of my bearish count. This recent move up doesn't mean there is no more bearish count that say we will go below this. For now, we are still overall in a downtrend. We have a trend, correction, trend, correction, trend. Could still be in a correction and continue, right? Trend correction here. That's not impossible. But condition, yeah, we have been very oversold. Condition I mean, at level we never saw, in fact. I think the weekly has never been so oversold. Weekly RSI, weekly MFI, weekly whatever you want. Yeah, no, even 200 weekly moving average, a key moving average. We never stay so long below it. Usually it was support. On the COVID crash, we did close slightly below it, but for 2 weeks, and after we were above. Here we did consolidate for several weeks. So that's why also this weekly close is gonna be quite important. Do we close back above it, under it? This week as next. But I've been as well saying for all this time that yeah, okay, we were looking at this 200 moving average as critical support. Now it is a simple indicator, and being below doesn't necessarily mean it's done. And Bitcoin is done and dying. If we can consolidate several weeks below it and then reclaim it, that become a really bullish sign, because it means we have had accumulation into capitulation, into extreme fear. We were really at the edge here of losing everything here. So you see, we have our two to anchor VWAP. So moving average weighted by volume. Here on the trading view index of Bitcoin, so it's several spot exchange, knowing that the last, especially on an hourly chart, this index is bullshit. It just doesn't work. I mean, there's incoherent data with very higher volume that it is really. I've been asking you about this for months. I just closed my ticket now and didn't answer at the end. Anyway, the past price action, price volume seems to be correct, but that means that the average buying position of this whole move well, we are at the level of the average buy here. We went slightly below. If we look at Coinbase, we went below, just the same that, in fact, the 200 moving average, right? So yeah, we know there was the average buyer in this uptrend. The average buyer is not necessarily someone that exists, but the average of all buyers was underwater here in this trend. So a nice place to accumulate, because you know there's people underwater. There's people in profit that bought down here, but if we had the total of all the buys, there's people underwater here, and there's necessarily people that bought up here. We can look at this on many indicators. We have well map as well. If we look at the SOPR from orders, so I mean there is selling at loss here, and this from orders. So the one that doesn't move, that move Bitcoin to a cold wallet, to a third-party wallet, and usually don't move the coin. And usually, yeah, when it is in red, that means they move their Bitcoin at a loss compared to when they enter their wallet. So yeah, we're into capitulation. And moving average profit and losses, that's kind of the same thing. Another perspective, moving average 14-day. So there's more losses realized than profit. When the blue line is above the red, it means that coin are moving at profit. Orders, very visible. Wells, it's a bit less visible, I think. No, it is. Anyway, all that to say, all the data suggests that we were into full fear capitulation. Now that we are seeing that strength, well, there might be a rush back into it. If I look at, I'm asking, if I look at altcoins, which could be leading, I notice they start to move up to take liquidity of the range above, which make me lean more bullish, but at the same time, also wanting lower. Well, we're gonna start to zoom in back a bit. I'm not really taking altcoins as leading indicator. Why? Simply because altcoins are just from my point of view, most of them are just Bitcoin on leverage. As simple as that. When Bitcoin move up, altcoin tend to move more. When Bitcoin move down, altcoin tend to move more down. Sometimes, usually, most of the time, there is an outlier. There's really a coin that starts to go in a crazy run, and before all the rest of the market, and even before Bitcoin, and will outperform the market. It could have been Litecoin, I think in 2016 or 17. Could have been Binance, and the most recent 2019, and this run as well, or FTX coin maybe was Solana or Luna that ran well, but yeah, sometimes if you got some kind of bull trap, didn't check, but didn't altcoin move even more here, suggesting yeah, okay, they are leading, so we're gonna go move. Ethereum is a good example, and then they just retrace even more. So if the market is moving, yes, altcoin can lead, but if the market is trappy, well, altcoin will still lead and throw back all the profit as quick. That's my opinion, at least. Could we get 80% setup now? We are, again, previous day value are high. Doesn't seem to be working really well. I mean, if we lose a low here, clearly, yes. But this low is, yeah, quite important. Starting to have short at the bottom, but closed. But for now, I mean, it's still a higher low. We still have more impulsive look and more corrective look here. Volume is diminishing, but it's still a bit of volume, so it's starting to have absorption here. If we start to lose this, yeah, we have 80% setup in play. %80 setup, what it is, well, I should have taken on the 30 minutes. If you open the day above previous day value are high and get acceptance back below previous day value are high, what we did here, there's a supposedly 80% chance that we will reach a value low. Now we are already a bit advanced in the day, so I don't know. Now we had another 30-minute close. So acceptance is, yeah, supposedly it is 30-minute consecutive 30-minute closed inside previous day value area. As you see, you get your 80% setup confirmed, and that you get acceptance back above it. I feel it's starting to get a crowded trade. It worked well sometimes and sometimes less. Now if we lose this, clearly we got target for POC, and this just simply you put a fib here. Well, we have the one that is closer, and yeah, we have 161.8. If we get this, that would be really nice, because, well, we could still be in an ABC at the 161.8, but then you wait. If you get a lower low, you start to get 5 waves, so it increases the chance that we'll have another move down then. Because if you get 5 waves, it is impulsive, right? On the 5 minute, it is less. It's a bit more tricky, but on 1 hour 30 minutes, I mean the count like this. When you look for either 5 or ABC, sometimes you got really tricky. Some things that look ABC and is in fact leading impulsive, and something that look impulsive and it was in fact corrective. On a 5 minute, that happen often. On 30 minutes, 1 hour, a lot less. So I would be happy to look that low. Then we'll be looking clearly at the 50%. We have still our daily order block, which is a daily order block from the beginning of the range. Right, it is our preliminary support. On a white review, this is a preliminary support. It's a pretty good area for backup action, in fact. I'm gonna shift on a Wyckoff chart in a minute. So yeah, interesting and previous. Yeah, it is also the value high of the range, the whole range. It would be pretty important support. And we could take again the stop below this low, or not, in fact, if we want to keep trend. But we need to lose that low first, because for now this is corrective. This might be impulsive, corrective, and continue. For how I'm seeing things right now, well, there's several factors. First, magic spread I've been seeing mostly selling in this range, so it's following what Bitfinex wells are doing. And when you look at Bitfinex code wallet, usually, or like almost every time, if not every time, when you got significant withdrawal like this, so from Bitfinex code wallet to Bitfinex hot wallet, if you click on the transaction you can verify, but usually it's only going there, just Bitfinex destination. Yeah, usually that means there is a dump coming on the way. So yeah, there was selling here, but there was found again 3K transfer down here, and we didn't go lower. So as we pump, but clearly, yeah, clearly that was not Bitfinex wells on that move. That was FTX. In fact, you can see magic spread FTX here. Trading at a huge premium. So that move has been led by FTX traders. But usually, yeah, Bitfinex while are still quite sensible to look what they are doing. And so, yeah, seeing them selling here, I am doubtful about this just going in a run right now so strong and never coming back. Especially here, we're entering the weekend. Yeah, that doesn't seem realistic to me, because here, as we have 5 waves, if we're really going in a run here, so we have potentially a 5th, and we can get back down still inside the range. But otherwise, it means that this is wave 1, and we are going into wave 3 here. So the target will be just like previous range consolidation, right? 161.8 up to 30k about. I'm doubtful about this. Very doubtful. In fact, yeah, I have a count here. If we are really bullish, we might leave some single prints behind. Yeah, sure, we can. Yeah, we can leave a CME gap as well. Because again, if we move right now or during the weekend here, that means we will leave a CME gap. When is the market closing? Oh, let me come back on this. Okay, there's still a few hours. Do we pump 30-20% right now? If no, anyway, no, I mean nothing impossible, but I don't feel what I could feel, and why I would like for us to get back down here. If we get back down here, I could see us printing a larger flat here. So again, taking the high, making a higher high, trapping a bit more, and coming back down inside the range, and still being in a corrective move overall before continuing up, giving us also more strength to continue up, as I explained to the crew and everybody during the week. I mean, something a bit like this. Here we have an ABC move, and overall an ABC move. At least that's how I'm counting it. A running flat here. And that makes sense where we are. Well, here we are a bit higher in the range, but you know, you are in a breakout environment, so having complex count and false breakouts, it's pretty meaningful, sensible, in my opinion. At the same time, clearly we are at the hedge here. Because right now, what count do I have on this time frame? Well, I'm seeing bullish count. So we may have our 1, 2, and we have potentially the expanding diagonal that I've been talking about for weeks as a subwave 1, this as a subwave 2, and we are going for wave 3, minimal target being over there. Minimal expected target, which find confluence of resistance with the POC of the range. Therefore, we could reach 261.8 for the target of the larger wave 3 here. At the same time, that not sure this gives us, well, this count doesn't really give us the higher all-time high targets, or at least not the most bullish ones. Why? Because to get a really nice target for wave 3, the bigger is your wave 1. When you pull your fib extension tool, the bigger is your target, right? Because the target for wave 3 is between the 161.8 and the 561.8. So this could extend more, but if we get the maximum extension for this 1, 2, 3, that means the 5 wouldn't go much higher than the current all-time high. At the same time, we could fulfill a more conventional extension here and have all of this as a subwave 1, retrace still, and going for really the third wave of the macro fib. We'll work on this again when we are we have more confirmation. Either we coming to the previous range, either we invalidate the bullish ID by taking this high, this low. But as we get more move, we can get more precision about what count we are potentially in, because each big move, when we wait for the big move to settle and consolidate, and then you know, okay, this move have this stop has a nice target for wave 3 of this degree, and this consolidation have a nice target for wave 4 of this degree, etc. For now we need a bit more for this. Anyway, so potentially, yes, this is a 1. Alternatively, it doesn't change much, but this would be a 1-2 as a flat, ABC. This remain a wave 1, a 2, and still wave 3. So it doesn't change a lot. Could we be corrective? Always. Thing is, yeah, if I'm taking this, in theory, ABC could reach a 161.8 to the golden pocket here and still be corrective. I don't really see how we could make 5 waves out of this, but maybe we do a WXY. But when we're starting to get in that, this is, yeah, not the conventional count we would be looking at. Well, that's why I'm not really looking at bearish setup on this. For me, a bearish count, I would think about it on a larger time frame, and yeah, I would want to see how this develop, and maybe then I say, okay, we have a bearish corrective, but in that case we'll be correcting all of this, so I will wait for this to develop and show me a bit more about what kind of correction we can have. My feeling is we are bullish. I've been bullish down here. I just missed a bit of bullishness down here. At least that's also why I'm trading inverse perpetual, right? Because at least I'm, well, now I'm raising a long anyway, because I grabbed one here and I have really small position that was remaining from my long from there, but it's negligible. But overall, my short got stopped, so now even if it rise right away, I'm still spot long, right? When you're Bitcoin bull, you're rather. Oh, it seems that I lost the connection for a bit. I don't know how long. Oh, that's look like a nice website. How do I Signal? Can it delete everything in one go? If I'm banning, okay, I'm not sure when it dropped out, but continue. Yeah. So yeah, I'm bullish. Famous, yeah. I'm not sure that's the goal. The goal is to get decently rich. Okay, we are getting a bit of reaction here. We'll see if we get continuation. If we get continuation, well, we'll likely have especially as we take this high, then you can know you have a wave 1 and a 2, and then you have a standard target for your wave 3 that reach here, wave 4, wave 5. That will be a confluence for the target for the larger fifth potentially. Remain to be confirmed if we take this high. What do we have next? I lost a bit now with all of this. Well, we have bullish, pretty bullish behavior in stock, which, yeah, also sustains the idea that Bitcoin is bullish. We even have a gap up on the open. What do we have? Well, we could have a 161.8 as a target here. Swing shadow pattern of that swing high. Potentially either as a wave 3, either as a wave C. If it is a wave C, that would be really bearish. If it is a wave 3, that means we can go a bit higher, then retrace, and we'll have a wave A, B, C. What will do Bitcoin on that, we'll see, because Bitcoin has been really correlated to stock, but if Bitcoin started its run, it doesn't necessarily need to keep being correlated to stocks. Right. And on the yeah, well, Wyckoff views, there's not much to say other than this look like a phase C now. Phase C is the last phase of an accumulation. Also because of the count I have, because in theory we're still at a range high, we could still retrace. We'll have breakout volume. Can still expect a backup at some point. That's why I would like to see this do a flat, because it gives us a nice backup still at value or high here. Honestly, I hate to be the guy that was bearish here and that bullish now. At least I do not encourage to be longing up here, rather down here. We have fair value gap as stated. There's some in this candle, so I think there's nice liquidity potentially to be retested here. At the same time, when we are really bullish, we tend to let bulls liquidity safe, right? And just run the short stop. I think it's really Bitfinex that making me like put the brake right now and say, okay, I would like to see more consolidation. Now it makes sense. We change the market structure here. We do a slight swing fair pattern, we go back. We do a bigger swing fair pattern of the previous high, we go back. We do an even bigger swing fair pattern of the previous high, and we go back down again pretty early. So now we clearly have an uptrend. At some point we can expect it to just fly and maybe, yeah, just fly through this unliquid dump. But it can also consolidate inside this to really feel the lack of liquidity there was during the time. Or lack of liquidity. It was not so much lack of it. It was pretty high volume. At the same time, all positions that have been bought here might be de-risking. I say might because usually when you broke support, become resistance because the ones that bought supports tend to sell it then at break even. So same thing apply here. There was heavy buying here. We could assume that they will sell at break even or at profit if they absorbed deep enough. At the same time, you know that the one that bought here probably didn't bought for 2 weeks holding. The one that bought the 200 moving average are big on bulls that are looking at way higher target. So I'm not sure what will happen here. Yeah. Bonjour, Soaping Hawk. Nice to see you. But I think I'm coming to the end of the stream here. It's 1 hour. I think it's enough. I rumbled a bit. And after people fall asleep when you listen to me. Oh, we have an interesting resistance here. Didn't catch on this. We are the yearly VWAP deviation. Pretty important. Oh, also we have this, obviously this trend line on log that is coming. We already claimed it on linear, but it is here on cloud. Yeah, we claimed this. There's only bullishness here. Okay, we have a few bearish stuff to look for, at least locally. We had the resistance trend line on a 4-hour RSI and a 4-hour overbought here. We even have quite slightly bearish divergence on a close based. But overall, I'm more looking at the overbought condition than anything else. And yes, right now we are on overbought. And a trendline resistance. On a daily, well, we potentially have slight bearish divergence here if we close the daily below its open. I wouldn't call this anything strong. Not at all, you know, for me. A bear div is more into oversold or overbought for bull div. But we have 4 hours of both. We have 1 hour pretty heavy bear div still. But at this rate, it will reach oversold before it even retrace. So that's starting to get pretty bullish, right? In fact, that is it's already building hidden bull div. But yeah, and final one. But I would prefer to see 1 hour RSI come back into oversold. If we can get retrace here or from here, any kind of corrective move, and we can have a bull div on 1 hour a bit pretty strong. That's the time where you want to flip from aggressively shorting a 1 hour bear div to aggressively longing a 1 hour bull div, I believe. Or even a 15 minute, I think. Flip. 15 minute oversold. Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much it. So I'm not saying we cannot fly here, but I would be really cautious, especially as we come into the weekend and Bitfinex was still selling. And yeah, there's some bids on offer. FTX up to 26k, 25,500, 26k, 25 here. Oh. Don't really know what to say because if we start to go above this, I don't really have a count that say we are in a 5 anymore. Then I would be, I don't know, looking at something else, right? Still be in a ABC, we could still be ABC maybe. But be a target for this. I have a 1-1 here. Thing is, we already have this complete one, so it doesn't, or maybe an ending diagonal like this. Then we still have an ABC. We'll still fulfill a larger flat. Bam. Yeah, really, yeah, I don't know. I would prefer us to retrace and staying bullish until we lose that low. I could grab another target here. It would not necessarily based on a count, but 1-1 extension, yeah, 90%. We know we have bids, yeah, the 26, and that would be confluence with the golden pocket, right? I think someone showed me that today. On a log. On a log, we have overlapping between 1-1 and golden pocket. Linear, yeah. Again, both are valid. Especially on this scale. You see here, 50% was really valid resistance rate as well on the log scale. So yeah, did I miss any question? No one's sleeping here. I do TA and watch this on the other screen. Nice. Why did we fly at the recession news? Is it normal? Yes, it is normal. Why did we fly on recession news? Because recession was not a surprise. The recession news was not really news. On the day it was official. Is it official? Because I think the US government officially changed the definition of a recession, if I'm not mistaken. But the thing is, the change is a few days before, or they talked about this a few days before the numbers came out. So it was not a news that the number was bad. If 1 week later was some officials from the government telling you, yeah, the definition of a recession is not really, doesn't really necessarily mean it is a recession, you know, blah blah blah. And they say you that 1 week before the official numbers, you know the number is going to be bad. And we dump on the recession news here. And in the official news, we pump. That's just normal. News are, yeah, it's like it's always tricky. Always tricky. Sometimes you get immediate reaction, sometimes not. And the thing is, yeah, things started to get really bearish down here. So all that time that, yeah, that's just a retrace, that's just a retrace, that's just a retrace, everything going fine. And we are 25% down. So yeah, no, that's not fine. There is a lot of, the GDP is down, jobs are down, inflation is crazy up, money printer is kaput. So yeah, now it's time to wreck the crowd. Overall, well, we'll see what happens. Because, you know, on a macro perspective here on the S&P, this might be corrective and we could still have another higher high. But I'm kind of leading for the leading diagonal. This has a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is impulsive, but that means we can still correct up for a few moments, a few months. And then we'll see. But the correlation between the real economy situation and stock markets are complicated graphs, because sometimes there is immediate correlations, but more often than not there is not. There is one that is leading the other. VIX is currently decreasing, which means market go up. Yeah, we have this as well. We have VIX. Well, where is the count of VIX? It's in here. You know, we have been talking about this for several weeks, right? Was looking at a potential top since June, late June here. So it can extend a bit more, but yeah. So that will help market to go up for sure. So there's potential for this being completed 5 waves. It might be not the right count overall, but there is at least enough confidence for this to be completed 5 waves. So we'll see if we're going to retrace the whole thing. I mean, retrace, it doesn't mean we have to retrace whole, but do we retrace that move or do we retrace only that move before continuing up? But whatever happened, that means that we are likely to see correction / consolidation for several months, potentially a year or more. If we take the time length of this, yeah, we can easily expect a year or more. Now, $1 million question. If the XY retrace for a year or more, does that mean that the stock market will go on new all-time highs? I am not sure, because I have a completed count for stock market as well. But the thing is pretty easy. I mean, there is inverse correlation between markets and DXY. But DXY could be in a corrective move up. I mean, yeah. Or it could go into a pretty strong impulsive move down. And stock market could be in a corrective move up and make a lower high on stocks, while DXY go on low. Still have inverse correlation, but doesn't necessarily mean it's ultra bullish. We'll see. There is potential for this to continue, but I'm rather bearish on stocks. I have a macro count that is bearish, and that trending view deleted. but that's the idea. We have 5 waves completed since the beginning of it. 1878. That means that we could go into a really long correction. And can the dollar and stock go down together? I mean, yeah, as well. Probably. Yeah, we're going to pretty nice weekly close here. At the same time, this fifth could have another move up. We didn't really invalidate the idea that this could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 still. That doesn't change my view on Bitcoin. Because I don't believe Bitcoin need to stay correlated. I banned the spam and it's already back. For God's sake. And how? Well, anyway, you know, don't go on that crappy website, of course. Probably full of virus and anything. You are speaking about correlation between BTC and SPX and still looking for 300k BTC and big correction on SPX. How come? Yeah, that's, but well, that's what I'm saying. This can be corrective. This can be corrective for several months here and still make a lower high, right? And we may have short-term correlation. And the fact that they move kind of together, but not on the same strength. So yeah, this make a lower high and Bitcoin go on a higher high, just because it's on steroid and go much stronger. And same thing here. Here it's making a move up. Bitcoin is making a move up, but not the same kind, not the same strength. So just like I show for the XY. And it doesn't have to stay correlated to American stock market forever either. I mean, this is American stock market. There is correlation with it now, but Bitcoin is not an American stock. That's correlation mostly because of algorithm trading. At some point, if someone wants to wreck the algorithm and use the algorithm liquidity, you can just keep on counter trading the stock correlation, and they will wreck the algorithm that trades this. It just depends on the size you play. For now, ones that play with the biggest size are American, especially because China is banned from trading. But yeah, nothing is right in the stone. Things can change. Also, in the past, Bitcoin have been correlated to gold as well. So same thing, the algorithm can get wrecked, or the people that are using that algorithm can just change the asset it is based on, if you want to. If they want to. Probably not 1%. Do I have bearish BTC count? And where is your fourth wave invalidation? Sure. Fourth wave, I guess you're talking about the macro count, right? Big macro count. This fourth wave. And validation is the top of wave 1. Now, considering the lower time frame count, if we start to lose our lows here, it doesn't really look great, because here we have a very big traps in, and it gives strength to the downside. But overall, invalidation for this wave 4 is the top of this wave 1, officially, for classic impulse. Now, knowing that we are in a macro fifth wave, we could get overlapping into diagonal. We could get a wave 4 that come all the way down here, and still that seems a bit too much to me in the idea that I would rather see volatility contract a bit rather than extending in volatility in the end, but I mean that's not impossible. So yeah, for now, as long as we stay above our current low, I'm staying quite strongly bullish about Bitcoin. If we start to go lower, and in that case, most likely reach top of wave 1, while I become a lot less bullish, and I will see at least a few years of reaccumulation, or year of reaccumulation happen before hoping for upside. I will stay relatively bullish above 3k, or will die being a bull. Would I compound my long? Okay, let me finish on this. A bearish count is simply this being a 5. And say, yeah, Bitcoin is down. Considering the market cap, I would rather not see us coming back too much. I would rather not see us coming back too much below where we are right now. Because I kind of feel like it. Now it could make like a .com bubble and still, you know, correctively. It could even go below. But then I will not really be bullish. I will wait to see what happens and wait for bottom information. You know, no need to trust the thing. And need to wait for what happened on the political scene about Bitcoin. I believe we are already at the edge of being really bearish or really losing the bullish side. But yeah, if we do like stop, I mean, yeah, there is a count that says this is down, and we made our 5th wave, and now we are correcting all of this. At some point, we cannot retrace too much because, you know, at $1,000, Bitcoin was a market cap is $100 billion. Right now, supposedly there is countries, there is all the financial industry, many rich people that are interested into Bitcoin. So there is no reason that it goes so much down. At 10k, we are at what, 1 trillion market cap? Am I right on my numbers here? No, we are at $500 billion right now. So you make the 2 top richest people on Earth, and they own as much as the whole Bitcoin market cap. Well, at some point, if the rich people are interested into Bitcoin and they're the only one that are able to send us to new all-time highs, if they are buying here, I mean, there's not so much supply left that you can dump here, in my opinion. You're welcome, Joker. My pleasure. Would I compound my long? I guess you're talking more lower time frame. Well, wait. I would rather wait for lower level to compound my long. You know, the one I talked about. Where is this? Yeah, I lost it. But again, I would prefer to be able to read a bit more what happened here and try to count some kind of corrective and not get trapped like I got trapped here. We have a nice corrective move here. I didn't really give enough credit at the time. But maybe feel the liquidity here. Look at the golden pocket. Potentially, if there is enough absorption, you know, might be looking higher at the 50% POC here. Need to see how it happens. If this come down, you know, I'll show you this. There is 161.8 here. So here it's interesting long because you are at the edge of a standard wave C or wave 3. You can still, you know, take profit if you are in a 4 partially and let it trend if it is a C, then because it means we are going higher. And if you get a 5th, then you're still potentially a nice long. You will have 1 hour bull div or something here, absorption, golden pocket, can check your fair value gap, etc. And then you still have a nice long because you're likely to get a nice bounce of it. That could keep ranging for a few days. I will monitor this and I will try to keep you updates of you about this. By the way, yeah, if you didn't know already, so I'm working at Toros, where you get all my updates, my daily updates. For example, yesterday when I say, yeah, I'm going to take a long, I'm going to look for a long on the sweep of that low, or this morning I'm looking to look for a short here in this area. And I do, yeah, daily or almost daily morning updates with a longer live stream on Tuesday and Thursday morning, Tuesday afternoon and Thursday morning. There is a link into the description for Toros. Of course, there is the others. There is Luke Luxury. There is P. There is Swapping Hose. There's a lot to learn. There is my whole Elliott Wave series. There is the new harmonic learning video from Swapping Hope. A ton of content from Luxury and from Luke. They do different trading than me. I believe we are kind of complementary. There is also no place where I am currently, Vortex Trading, that is still free. So you can go check it out. There's a link in the description as well. So I know a bit less of the people. I know a few people, well, the people that started this new Discord. So there's quality traders. There's a lot of stuff. There's more like altcoins and NFTs and trading bots, and it's a bit more, yeah, it's a bit more dense. There's also a new French-speaking channel that we just opened this week, and this Discord is still free, and there's also my updates there, so you can go check it out as well. And if you want only my content and you don't care about all the rest, you can also contact me. I have a private Discord that is not really open, but I can open for, yeah, lower fee. I am in any short right now. I'm still in a short from this morning, right? I took like 50% off on the first TP. Move the stop above that swing high now. And you could compound along here, especially one from down here. I want a pen here. The one from down here. You could compound it here and have the stop here, I guess. You still stop in profit. We'll probably do that, maybe. Probably, maybe. But yeah, I'm still short and I will take my stop now above that high. And the short was from here. Thank you, MM. I appreciate the comment. So, yeah, I guess that will be the end. Already a bit extend, 1 hour and a half. It's a good timing. I suppose it's too long when it's longer. But thank you for all your participation, your likes, almost all the viewer, and your nice comments, of course. So thanks everybody. Have a nice weekend, nice evening first, nice weekend, and see you soon. Right? I will probably make an update on Twitter if things get clearer here, but you know pretty much my plan right now. I'm more looking to get along as long as we're here. We want to see more retrace. And yeah, have this in mind that this remains an area to look with a bit more caution. Thanks, Jacob. Thanks, everybody. See you. Bye. Au revoir.